My name is Chuah Guat Eng. I just celebrated my 80th birthday on the 1st of December. Yeah. And I don't have any hobbies really, but I'm a writer. So, Sumaya, I'm writing your names, Dia and
Dina.
Dina. At one time, my daughter was living with me, but because she's an artist and there was so much stuff in the flat, we got on each other's nerves, so she moved out. And now I live alone. I never feel lonely. I don't know what people mean when they say they're lonely. I'm so happy on my own. There are so many things to do, you know. I listen to music, I listen to audio books, I read, and I write, right? How I usually write is first of all, I write by hand. So I have notebooks like this. So it's written by hand. I start something and I will write, and then the next day I will transfer whatever I have written onto my computer, right? I think there is a connection between the heart and the brain and the hand when you're writing, you know, the way the ink flows out of the pen and all that. It flows better, and then you are not correcting yourself. You just keep on writing, and if you forget or something, you can add on and so on. So it's a draft. I never write my own stories, you know. I never write about myself, but sometimes I hear something, or a thought comes to me, or something that I read. Tell me something about yourself. And that line became the inspiration for a story. So I started to write a story about an old lady, you know, who was going into social media for the first time, and somebody said, tell me something about yourself, and all the things that came to her head when she suddenly felt, but I cannot tell people about myself. I have too many secrets, right? So you know, when a man has got no wife, neighbors will come and take over. You know? Write what is in your heart. That is the main thing, that it must come from the heart. If it doesn't come from the heart, what will happen is that a lot of people will write stories and they are teaching moral lessons. But that is a separate thing. If you want to teach moral lessons, then write moral stories, you know. But if you tell a story, very often the moral will come through the story. Yeah. So for those who want to be writers, try to remember that try not to just fall in love with the idea of being a writer. Some people want to be a writer, and they want to see their name in print and all that, you know. But that is never enough. You give up your whole self to this world that you are creating. You have to give up a part of yourself actually, and totally give up yourself to this world. Then that world becomes real for your reader, and then they will read your stories, right? I find that if you are asked to do something that you don't feel comfortable about, it's probably better not to do it. If it goes against your principles, for instance, you know, it's best not to do it, because you never know when it will come back to kick you in the back, right? So it's best, even if it means that you have to be jobless for a while, just say no. The straight path, it's easier in the end. Okay.